get on when they get on. Bring it in a little bit. But anyways. And yes, this is still stemming from yesterday, my little post yesterday about being a queen. And I like I said, because I said what I said about every woman isn't a queen. Somebody has killed my comb. Yeah. Because I only got a ragged one. So.
All the good ones gone?
All the good ones gone. Found one good. Yeah, all women aren't queens, and I do understand what some people say. I understand it because yes, you can be royal and all this other stuff, blah blah blah. But what did you say? Queens need to be what?
Queens are developed. Okay. It doesn't happen overnight. I mean, even if the case is that we all are of royal descent or have that within us, it's still something that's developed. I mean, we all might have grown up differently, and okay, perfect example, right? There is a kingdom and two sisters are born, right?
Oh, girl, listen, I just said on the video. I ain't posted the video yet, but I just said, I know where you're going. Go ahead. I ain't posted.
So two sisters are born, right? One of the sisters, whether older or younger, whatever, more refined, listened more to their parents, more disciplined, you know, has what it takes to be a queen, to rule, right? So for people to follow, right? The other one is a little bit more letter A, very easily letter A, I should say. Very naive, kind of takes anybody's suggestions and impressions, and just that particular sister is not someone that they would trust the kingdom with.
Yep.
So now both of them, when they are, you know, of age and whatever the case may be, they might both be queens. You know, she, you know, whatever sister goes off and does what she does, and technically, yeah, she's a queen, but only one's gonna run the kingdom.
Correct.
So that's really where it comes to, not everyone's a queen per se. Like, you can feel like you're royalty all day long, but if you're not making the movements to do those royal things, it really won't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was saying the same thing, because I was just like, same thing, you know, if you have two siblings and they're both, you know, born under royalty, and, you know, my thing is that only one is going to take the throne of that kingdom. Correct. So you have to understand who you are, what you have to offer. And I was thinking, listen, this morning, I was just like, you know what? At the end of the day, if we sit here and say, you're a queen, you're a queen, you're a queen, you're a queen, you're a queen. Here's the book on how to be a queen. Read the book, study the book. You read the book, study the book, and you feel like you got to be a queen. 9 times out of 10, you're going to fail because you didn't practice anything that was in that book. You just heard people say you're a queen. You read the manual on how to be a queen. You never practiced it. You have to practice it. You have to walk it. You have to talk it. You have to show people who you are, what you are, what you stand for. And you can't fall by the wayside. If you're a queen, it's levels to it.
Yes, there are.
You can't be a queen and in the court with the jesters and the jokers and the peasants. It don't work that way. You go down there, but you're still going to stand apart.
I was going to say, and if you are there, there's a purpose behind it. You're not entertaining these things just for the mere fact of entertaining them. And that's where a lot of us, as women especially, get distracted. We do that a lot when it comes to men. We do that a lot when it comes to, you know, friendships and kind of looking at people and wanting more. And social media got us all messed up with this. Like, so it is distracting, because there are levels to being a queen, and there are different types of queens, and no one has to feel like they have to be in a box or to be like this person or that person to be the queen they need to be. But like you said, the work has to be put in. You meet people, and you know, they kind of have things handed to them, and then, you know, you're supposed to automatically assume them to be royalty, right? Because things were handed to them. It doesn't really work that way. Yeah, you know, you gotta earn this.
You do have to earn it, and I said that this morning on the other video that I'm gonna post later. I said it. I was just like, think about people like with big families. You have a father and you have a mother. Say they own a franchise and they make a whole lot of money. They have like 10 kids. Okay, I'm giving this to say, okay, like we are God's children. Okay, so if we're God's children, He has the whole world in His hands. You know, the whole world in His hands, right? You get anything you want. You're that type of child. But when you have all these different kids, everybody have different choices. I don't care what household you was raised in. You and your sister are not exactly alike. Me and my sister are total opposites, raised up in the same house and everything like that. If our parents were multimillionaires and they left stuff, they'd probably leave more to her because she's more responsible on certain things and more to me because I'm more responsible on certain things. Everybody have their portion. And people don't understand that.
Everyone has their role to play.
Yeah, just because you come from a certain place or you have a certain descent on you or you of royalty or whatever. Yeah, one guy on my post, he said she could be the queen of the trap, like a trap queen. I'm like, yeah, that's funny. Yeah. But at the same time,
she could be.
Would a real queen be in the hood? Would a real queen be in the trap?
See,
that's my thing.
Now that's kind of like one of those things, though, where it's you got to kind of be careful how you tread on that, right?
Yeah.
Because not everybody has opportunities like some of us may have had. Not everybody knows how to create them. Sometimes it's very difficult for people what may be easy to you or I to be like, nah, I got this, I'm gonna figure it out. To them it's real difficult. And it might be because of circumstance, because of upbringing or whatever the case may be. But you can, how do I want to say this without sounding like,
girl, just say it.
So you can, there's always an opening. There's always a way out. There's always a little bit of a window that you can try to pull for, right? And it gives you a dose of what it is on the other side. And if the case is, let's say you grew up in the hood, you know, your parents in the trap, that's how y'all made y'all money, everybody driving big cars, and, you know, a couple people went to jail, but for the most part, y'all pretty successful at this. I know people like that. So that's what you know, right? But then you get a little taste of this and a little taste of that, and you try to see the world from other perspectives. And if it comes around that's what you really want to do. You really want to go back to the trap now. Like, of all the things you've seen in this world, you really want to go back to the trap. I ain't gonna lie to you. Own the shit. Go own it. Be a queen over there for them. Because everybody need a queen somewhere. They do. Everyone has a role to play. Not every chief, it's not to say politically incorrect, but not every Indian is a chief.
Right.
So we all have a role, and some of us can't accept our role. Some of us have a role and change it. Like not everybody was meant to come out here and be royalty. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, which is true. I mean, if everybody was, who they gonna rule over, quote unquote? If everybody was royalty, you don't have nobody.
Nobody rule over. What the hell?
So that's what I mean. Like, you have to, even trap queen. My thing is this: if you the queen of the trap, you're still gonna want more than just being the queen of the trap. You're gonna. With social media, you see other people doing stuff, and you're gonna be inquisitive of what they're doing and how they're doing it to grow your kingdom. If you the trap queen, to grow your kingdom, regardless if it is buying the block.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Making sure your people are up. Right. At some point in time,
you want to stay in your community? Fine.
That's fine.
Build your community. Buy your community.
That's my thing. And I was just like, it ain't. But at the same time, that's when I say your queendom is showing.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because the queen you was when you first started being the trap queen is not going to be the queen you are when you're buying all these buildings and having a meeting with CEOs.
You wasn't there yet.
Being with investors and all that stuff like that. It's a growth. It's always levels.
Yep, it's developed.
And I refuse to give somebody a title who's not working as hard as I am and not doing the things that they need to do. Like I've been doing that, developing themselves. And you think I'm gonna call you a queen too? No.
I'll give you encouragement. I'll give you encouragement. I'll give you encouragement because we all need that.
Of course,
we all need that.
Not, you know what? I said that the other day. I was just like, I'm not encouraging and I'm not motivating anybody else. No, real talk, because it's so many videos out here that's doing all the encouragement, all the pumping, all the motivating and all the stuff. I want to be here to inspire. I want you to see how I'm living my life and how I'm doing it and the way I can do it. You can touch me, you can talk to me, you can call me, you can text me, you can DM me, inbox me, and I'll give you the game.
Yeah, you can tap in too.
You can tap, listen, you can tap in real life. So I want to inspire. I don't cross over. I'm tired of motivating people because you're wasting your breath. A lot of these people don't even want to.
Because it feels good at the moment. It feels good at the moment.
Right.
They feel good at the moment when you're talking to them.
72 hours later, you right back in the same joint. You got to motivate yourself.
Yep.
We got to learn to start motivating ourselves. Watch the inspiring video. Get out there and do something. The reason I started working out every single day is because I needed discipline and I needed structure. It wasn't too much about being physically fit, but it's paying off. It was a mental.
There's a benefit of it.
But the benefit is me being structured and me getting up every day saying I'm going to do something and
I'm doing it. Following through with it and feeling the work of it. Because working out, look here, you ain't the only one. Working out ain't no easy thing to do. Okay, you get up every morning, whether you got weight to you, whether you don't, whether you're trying to tone, whether it's not easy. And you get up and you dedicate yourself to doing that. Or even dedicating yourself to saying, okay, this is what you want. You want to make cakes. Every morning you get up and you make a cupcake. Just one. It don't even matter. But you do it every single morning.
Yep.
It's development.
Somebody has a question. They say, how do you all know when someone has earned it? Who decides who's the gatekeeper of who's a queen? Some people feel if you're not college educated or may not be worthy of that title. Some people feel it needs to be Ivy League education. Some people feel you can be a queen if you have a trade or a hustle. I feel like it ain't my role to know if you made it or not. That's one. I think that's an inside job.
Yeah.
So whatever level you want to go to or aspire to and you hit it, that's your level. Everybody, like we said, you could be a trap queen or you could be the queen of England. It's up to you.
Yeah. I think you exude that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll exude that.
They'll see it. I said that in the video I'm going to post later. I said, once you work on you and your light starts shining, everybody else going to notice. They say move in silence and let the success make noise.
Yep.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell everybody you a queen. People will just start treating you
nor
like
does
that
someone
because
have
you're
to,
treating yourself like
right.
that.
Nor does someone have to give you confirmation that that's what you are.
Absolutely.
But some people are just a little bit cloudy when it comes to what it takes to get there. But like you said, it's a personal thing. It's levels that you have to know personally. I don't know where you came from.
Right.
And I don't know where you're going.
Right.
But yeah. And I don't think you gotta have Ivy League or a college education. I'm about educating self. I'm a college graduate. It might have took me a little bit longer because, I took semesters off here and there
but you got it done.
But I got it done. And I wanted to see the world more. Like I moved around a lot. Like I would move to different states and online stuff wasn't like that back in the day when we was in school. I don't think it has to do with that. I don't think it has to do with that at all. I think it has to do with the with your want to know more. So if you do need to take a course to be better at this or that, and you do that, I think it has to do with that. Like, so if it's a trade, if it's you take that trade, like I know people, my sister, she started out going to school. I think she just wanted to get her associates. This is back in the day. She moved from getting her associates to getting her bachelor's, from her bachelor's to getting her master's. She just was in it and was like, all right, well, I'm just going to continue to elevate.
Right.
Now she's like some big head and like social worker in Massachusetts.
That was her checklist.
That's
what she wanted to do.
Right.
Same thing. I tell people at any time, whatever. I'm the exact opposite. I ain't stepped foot in the college. Because I already knew what I wanted to do. I didn't want to be working for anybody else. And now, you could go for business management. Woo, okay, that's fine. Or I could read a book because guess what? These teachers that's teaching you, they reading a book to teach you. I just said, let me take the shortcut and read the book to teach myself.
And I'm
not saying I'm always going to be right, but I'm going to have the experience to learn.
Right. And what I went to college for is not what I get paid for.
See?
So I'm just...
It'd be like that too.
So I could have probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's my thing. I was just like, a lot of people are paying for classes and a lot of people are paying people to, like I said, motivate them and all this stuff. And these people are motivating you off their experiences and off of the things that they've learned. Take the time and you read a book, you will learn a whole lot. I've read this book big. It's a big book. And this is my second time reading it though. Because the first time I read it, I got it.
Yeah.
The second time that I'm reading it, I'm getting it.
Yeah,
like I'm breaking it,
dissecting
it chapter by chapter.
Yeah.
But that's because I want to elevate myself. If somebody else come to me and I don't have nothing to offer them, what good am I really to them? You see what I mean? And people have to understand that you're gonna play a role in everybody's life. You want to be the best version of yourself so you can help other people. You always want to be what? An asset. Because I said it's only two people. You only fall in two categories for me: asset, liability. That's it. Ain't no other nothing.
No.
Either an asset or your liability. I only rock with assets. I got enough liabilities. Okay. If you are living in a house that you're paying a mortgage on, that's a liability. People are like, oh, your house is your biggest investment. No, it's not. It's your biggest liability. Because if anything happens, if you have no equity in that home, and anything happened, you still owe on this house, and it's a deficit now. When you buy rental property, that's different because it's bringing in income. That's no asset. I don't want to own a house. I want to rent where I live and lease where I buy. What I buy, I'm finna lease to other people, and where I live, I'm gonna
rent it.
Period. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, that don't make no sense. Boo, boo, boo. If I ain't paying cash for my house, or if I ain't building it from the ground up with the cash in my bank account, I don't want it. I don't even want it.
But it's about, like you said, it's educating yourself. And unless you educate yourself about how they do it and how the money's being made and how regular people can get into the real estate industry or get into just things, period, that's more lucrative.
Yes.
you'll realize that some of the things that they do may not make sense to regular folks that are just going to work, working a 9 to 5. It may not make sense because it doesn't seem like something that's tangible that we can take right away with us. But you know, like you do, you educate yourself. You read them big ass books. You
the book is big. The book is big.
Yeah, you surround yourself with people and with information. Social media is such a blessing when it comes to that because you can literally narrow down only seeing what you're interested in.
Absolutely.
If you see people posting things that make you feel a way, you can literally unfollow them.
Yep.
And you don't have to see it. Yep. And you can follow people and follow things that make you have to focus in on whatever it is that you need to do to get to that queendom.
Yeah. And another thing, queens ain't for everybody. And when I say that, I'm not just talking about like for guys and stuff like that. I'm talking about people in general. Queens are not going to sit there and associate themselves with everyone, not trying to throw shade or anything, like whoever better than whoever. But listen, my ex, you like, oh, you think you better than me. Technically, I am. Why? Now, I'm going to say that because that's my esteem. Technically, I am. Why? Because I'm taking the time to develop myself. You're not.
I mean, if the thing is that you feel like that's how I feel, then
that opinion's still on you. Because I can say, oh no, I'm not better than you, but my action's still going to show that I think of myself more in a higher regard.
Bingo.
So
to be honest about it is a nice thing, I suppose.
Yeah. I was just nice. I'm like, well, technically, I am. I'm not saying. I mean, you could be good too. But my whole thing is that I'm not going to diminish who I am and what I put into myself just to make you feel better. If you want to be something of yourself, you need to work towards that. We can read this big ass book together.
You have to be unapologetic about it. You do. You have to be unapologetic. And it's taken, and I'm not going to lie, that's something that I still work on because I'm currently concerned for people. You know what I mean? And I don't do it on purpose because I was raised, Jamaican people raised, especially their daughters, to really be focused on a lot of other people and what they do. And I mean, have your hustle, get up and do what you have to do, but take care of your family, take care of the man, take care. So every dog, plant, food, ground, the freaking concrete, take care of it.
Everybody on the take care list except yourself.
So it's sometimes hard to come to terms when you have to be unapologetic. You feel like you're being selfish. You feel like you're being mean. You feel like you're whatever. It isn't like that. You have to come to, and people that appreciate that journey and are on that journey or have been through that journey will see it and respect it and not penalize you for it.
Thank you. And I hate people that do that. If you're doing, I don't care. I honestly don't care what you do. I don't care if you wash cars, cut grass, own a Fortune 500 company, whatever it is. Everybody can learn something from someone. You know what I mean? That don't mean they have to be your best friend. You don't have to be buddy-buddy. But listen to compartmentalize people.
Yeah.
If they're there for a season, reason, lifetime, that's the most basic thing you can do. If they're there for a season, let them dwell in that season. When it's time to go, when that season is over, detach yourself from that situation. Y'all can still be cordial. Y'all can still be cool and friends. But learn to detach yourself from that person in that season. If they're there for a reason, you might meet that person while you're getting your oil change. And the reason that you met that person is because they was telling you something that you needed to know. That's their reason. Love it. Accept it. Be grateful for it. And if it's a lifetime, God be with you. It could be your best friend. It could be your husband or wife or whatever. That's your lifetime commitment partner.
Yeah.
You have to put them in that compartment. So you have to learn how to, every person I meet, in my mind,
compartmentalize.
Reason, season, lifetime. Which one? You get them confused every now and again
because it takes energy. It takes
a lot of energy. But my whole thing is once you figure it out, don't make it more than what it is.
Nope.
That's how you end up hurting yourself.
Yeah.
And people don't listen.
And that's what draws a lot of energy. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna have plans one day, y'all.
But for now, y'all gonna get these little lies. People don't understand it. They want to put people in categories that they don't even deserve to be in.
Nope.
And that's one thing that go right back.
And people will show you what category they need to be in.
Absolutely.
It's just the accepting of it. Exactly. A lot of times we want them so badly to be in a different category, but it's not. No, that's not what they're meant for. That's not what they're meant for.
Like I said, when I put that up there, like a lot of people understood what I meant. Some people, I love discussions. I love discussions. So if you want to tell me the reason why you feel like what I said, if you have a different opinion about it, that's fine. Let's go ahead and discuss it. You know what I mean? But just like I say, just because I can give you $100, I give my daughter $100, my 21-year-old $100, and I give my 11-year-old $100. What you do with this $100
it's gonna be way different.
It's gonna be totally different than what an 11-year-old do with her $100.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So people have to understand that if you give them a title, just because you first of all, I don't feel like titles should be given; they should be earned. Period. That's me. If you're the CEO of a company, you're not just giving the title of CEO, because even if you are the person that did the paper and all, you still did work to get CEO. If you were born yesterday and you get raised and you don't do any paperwork, you're not the CEO. Nope. If you do no work in that profession, you're not the CEO. I'm the CEO of Sure Couture Inc. I own this company. I had to do work.
You had to do the work.
I had to do the work to get this role. And people don't own it. You can't just give people titles that they just don't deserve it. I'm sorry, they don't deserve it. Just because you got a vagina and you bleed every month or whatever, you could birth a child and all this stuff like that still don't make you a queen. People birth children and throw them garbage.
And they're not mothers. People birth children every day and they're not mothers.
And they ain't mamas.
Every day.
Every single day. And then y'all talk crap about them, but you won't help them. At least I'm going to help you. I try to help you, but if you don't want to help, I'm not going to keep badgering you down. If you don't want to help, that's fine, boo. But at least I was here. At least I tried, you know. And people, as women, we have to learn how to be there for our sisters. A lot of sisters don't see the errors in their ways, and a lot of sisters don't want to be corrected about the errors that we do see. If it's something wrong, tell me. This is okay. A lot of people say constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's a difference between that and giving your damn opinion. If you're gonna construct me critically, you have to have a solution for what you're telling me is wrong. You can't just say, Cheryl, don't do the sewing.
Well, why?
But why? Cheryl, you do the sewing, but don't do it like this, but do it like this. Show me what I need to do outside of you telling me not to do it, or outside of you saying it ain't a good idea, or outside. You have to sit there and construct that criticism. You have to. Because other than that, you a hater.
Yeah, just don't talk trash. That's exactly what. Don't just talk trash for no reason.
Exactly.
It's
Key, you shouldn't be with that dude.
Okay, why?
But why? You not telling him that he's smashing your homegirl? You ain't gonna tell her that part.
Yeah, but
you ain't gonna tell her he abusive and he smoke crack on Thursdays and Tuesdays. You got to sit here and tell her the reason why it's beneficial for her not to do X, Y, and Z.
Whatever it is.
That's how you criticize somebody constructively, not just give your damn opinion.
And in all honesty, true queens, as we're on the topic of, want constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
I want to know how to be better. I want to know that this is making you uncomfortable. I want to know that maybe that's too abrasive. I want to know these things because I need to take them into account of the person I'm trying to be.
Right.
Because I see myself in the mirror, and yes, what I see is very important, but I do want to make a reflection of who I am onto other people, right? That whole inspiring. So if the case is I'm reflecting something that don't look too good, and you can see it, you can see it clear as day, but I'm a little cloudy because I'm distracted.
Right.
Come tell me.
Yep.
Come tell me. So I can go ahead and, all right, and make that change overnight. But trust and believe, I'm going to take that into account.
It's called work in process. And if the work is important to you, you're going to continue to do it until you see what you see what you feel mentally and physically, you're going to see it. It's going to manifest in front of your face. You're like, oh, dang, this is what I did. People are like, oh, sure, your body's real nice. You don't need to do nothing right. What y'all see and what I see is two different things. I see rooms for improvement. Y'all, okay, because if my legs ain't got a whole bunch of cellulite in it, but I want a little muscle cut. But that's me. That's my body. That's what I want.
It's upkeep. It's upkeep too. Yeah. Your body looks good because you upkeep it. Stop working out for the next, 3-4 months.
Right.
There's going to be a difference. There's going to be a change. Stop working out for the next 6 months to a year.
Physically and emotionally.
It's going to be a difference.
It's gonna be
you gotta keep it up. You gotta upkeep it. You gotta keep putting in the work.
Absolutely. So once again, y'all just listen. If y'all gonna be there for somebody, if y'all real friends with some of these people, what I need y'all to do is go ahead and just start telling people the truth. I'm more blunt, so y'all don't want to hear from me. But the other people who talk nice and all that, y'all be nice and tell these people. If they, you know how they say, y'all remember when President Obama's daughter Malia, when they had called her on video twerking?
Yeah.
They felt like she shouldn't be twerking because she's the president's daughter because they hold her to a higher standard.
Right.
So she shouldn't be down here twerking.
She's not a teenager just having fun.
Yeah, she can't be a teenager having fun because she's the president's daughter.
Right.
Even though that's wrong, it's still right. You see what I'm saying? Because she is of a different class. She should hold herself to a higher standard. But baby, if you want to twerk. Please do ratchet stuff. Yep. But she's still a queen.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Because you have to embrace whatever it is. Because what I also remember about that is they didn't shy away from her twerking. They were like, she's a teenager having fun. And they stuck with their guns. Fine.
That's it. This her mama and daddy though. Her mama was twerking.
Yes, she do. Look at all them hips behind on Elizabeth.
But Michelle Obama, everybody everybody's still gonna call her the first lady,
because
twerking or not, because she holds herself to a higher standard.
Yep.
When she walks, she still walk like a queen. She still talk like a queen, carry herself like a queen, treat others as queens. But guess what? You might not get that title from her right then and there, but she's still gonna treat you as if you're a queen.
Right.
Now, if we keep treating them that way and showing them what they could be, maybe they'll go into that role and become that queen they're supposed to be. But outside of that, we gotta stop just giving people titles. Just giving it to them.
Yeah.
Anywho, my battery finna die. If y'all got questions or whatever, y'all let me know. You see me waist training, y'all. Woo!
And every time I come, she got something else new, selling something else new. I cannot.
Girl,
every time.
Let me see if there was any questions. There probably was, but
it's over here running our mouth.
Just over here, just running our mouth. Hold on. I wish I was there. I wish you was here, boo. Golly. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. If y'all have any questions, then y'all can post it. But other than that, we finna go, and y'all watch this video later. It was a little bit of queen time. I might do this a little more often with my clients. I know TV with though. TV with. I gotta finish her sewing. Bye.